Hello, hello, my lovely web weavers. How are we all today? I hope we're all doing well this lovely Wednesday, Tuesday, whatever time zone it is for you at the moment. I am your baroness, mother of spiders, Gwen. It's good to see you all. I hope you're all doing well. We have an exciting 3 games to play today. Well, I wouldn't say overly exciting, but there is one action game mixed in with the 2 strategy-esque games that we have for today. We'll be playing my childhood favorite Fantasy Kingdom sim, the good old Majesty. Oops, I forgot to change one of the names. Well, I forgot to change 2 of the names in the description. Excuse me a moment while I just fix that up. It's not a Baroness stream unless I have some sort of scuff, I suppose. Copy. At least the title's correct. That's the main thing. As long as we have the title correct, everything else should roll into place. But, yes, we will be starting with my favorite childhood Fantasy Kingdom sim. So that should be good. Bit of good news. I ended up getting a work in progress notice from Lemon for for my character sheet, my character reference sheet. So that should be good. Hopefully we'll have that shortly. And I had an update about the background for the Lord of the Rings audio series that I am recording for the videos on the channel. Now, I am tossing up whether to do it in a part 1, part 2 style, because the first chapter alone took me about an hour and, well, it took me about 2 hours and 30 minutes to actually record, but the final audio itself came to about an hour and 15 minutes. So if you could tell me if you would prefer 30-minute videos or would you prefer entire chapters. If you could leave a comment and a like, or if you want to join the Discord, the link to our Discord is in the video description or my profile bio, and then you can just leave your recommendation in the suggestion box or just in Parlor in general. Hi Dark Deed, welcome. So yes, we have the library background slowly starting to take shape, so I will soon be able to start mixing the recording with the ambient background music that I want. 6-hour videos. Hello, Nero. I don't think people would be very happy with 6-hour videos. I like long format. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't. Hi, Victor. Howdy. But yes, so that's a bit of good news. I just got to get the money together to do that. And then the background should be finished. And then we shall have Lord of the Rings. Now, the next series, after I finish the daunting task of doing the Lord of the Rings series, well, okay. I've also been thinking of maybe doing multiple books at a time. So the next book that I may record a video for will be The Tales of Earth Sea by Ursula. Can't remember her last name. I'm never good with names, as you'll find out in The Lord of the Rings. But yes, the next book that I will record at least a 30-minute video for will be Tales of Earthsea. It's a physical copy book that I've got, and it's kind of one of my other favorite fantasy genre series, because it deals in true names of things. It's not just a wizard did it. It actually has a structure of, like, if you know a true thing's name, you have power over it, sort of thing. So that should be good fun. But if you do have any other recommendations for books I should cover, leave it in the comments below or in the suggestion box in the Discord. I'm always happy to have a look into books and see what I can find. I was also tempted to go and Dune. Holy crap. Monte Cristo would be an interesting one, because it's free domain. So there'd be no... I'd actually be able to monetize that if I ever wanted to monetize things. But yeah, that's the idea that I've had for doing video content. Of course, I can't really do... Oh, Divine Comedy would be another good one, because I don't mind the old... I did actually enjoy Dante's Inferno. But anyway, that's the idea that I've had for video content, seeing as I do not have the ability to do ASMR anymore because of how busy the road has gotten and how loud it can get around here at times. But I may also do a a video playthrough of certain games, because there are a few games that I think would be great for a video, but I don't think it'd do well for a stream. So yes, that's something else to look forward to. Dante wrote fan fiction with self-insert as Mary Sue, and somehow it became religious canon. Yeah, it's kind of funny, honestly. But... I don't know, because H.P. Lovecraft's works and his, other writers that did... what's the word I'm looking for? Iterations of his works. I don't know whether they're common domain, but I'll have a look. Though I am not inclined to do anything to do with the H.P. Lovecraft universe. Not because I don't like it, mind you. I do enjoy the H.P. Lovecraft universe. It's more so the fact that it's done to death. I know of 7 channels off the top of my head who have done H.P. Lovecraft readings. What? King in Yellow is not from H.P. Lovecraft. He used it. Really? I was always under the assumption that he was the one that came up with the King in Yellow. It's from before him. Oh, interesting. I'll have to have a look at that then. Maybe not a lot of people have covered the King in Yellow. But for now, I won't be covering anything to do with H.P. Lovecraft because it is oversaturated in the video content world. Granted, the books that I am going to be doing, well, The Lord of the Rings is overly saturated, but I have been told that a lot of you want to hear me read it, so that will be interesting to see how many people enjoy my reading of Lord of the Rings. But yes, that's probably the only series that I'll be doing that is overly saturated in the YouTube sphere. Most of my other audiobook readings are either going to be relatively niche books, a la, would it be Rev 1 or Rev 2 Lord of the Rings? I don't know what you mean by that. But yeah, the other series that I'm going to cover are by an author that not a lot of people know about. And her name is Anne McCaffrey. Now, I'll be covering a few of her sci-fi books and a few of her fantasy books that I've got complete copies of on my bookshelf. So look forward to those as well. But for now, we are here for Wacky One-Off Wednesday. And we will be beginning the time on Majesty Gold Edition as soon as we can switch over to the game. So let's switch. Haha. All right. So, today's first game, like I said, is going to be Majesty Gold Edition, and it is one of my all-time favorite sort of hands-off kingdom-building games. There we go. Hopefully this will work, because it is quite an old series. Alright, I need to install another feature apparently. This is what I get for not running the game and making sure everything's set up before stream. Alright. Whoop. Second edition, revised edition of The Lord of the Rings, published in 1965 to correct errors. The first edition, and also like 2 times bigger. I would not be surprised if I am currently reading. Well, there goes that one. Crashed on me already. All right, hang on. I need to. I don't know just yet. We're not that far into the book. And there we go. He wasn't in 1 Rev. Well, I don't know if we've got the brown wizard yet. Oh. Why do I get the feeling that this is not going to work? Old games. Gotta love old games. They seem to always be the hardest to stream, apparently. Come on, capture the game. Alright, well that's not fucking working. I know, it's capturing the sound, it's just not capturing the image for some reason. Majesty, yes, okay. And it's the type of game that if you tab out, it completely ruins, like, the game. So this is going to be interesting. If I can get this to run. If not, we might switch over to a different game. Don't know what that game will be, seeing as I don't particularly have a backup idea. All right, that doesn't seem to be working, which is unfortunate. All right. Well then, that is unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. Well, for now, we'll just switch to the next game, which was going to be Army Men RTS. And I'm hoping this one will work. It's another old game, so whether or not this one will actually pick up as well is going to be a question in and of itself. I really should have tested these before stream.
3DO.
It's fucking loud, that's for sure. Alright, Jesus Christ. What's this one? That's a bit better. So you're not picking up in game stream mode either, and you don't register in window capture. Lovely. We're having a great Wacky One-Off Wednesday, it seems, chat. Seems we're having... It seems that we're having a very, very good start to the Wacky One-Off Wednesday. Right. Next time, if I decide to, like, if you're ever in the Discord and I'm in VC and I'm talking about what games to pick for a stream on a Wacky One-Off Wednesday, and I recommend freaking old games, please make sure you actually remind me to test these bloody things beforehand. Dear. That's not good. That's not good at all. Why must you be difficult? Why must you be difficult? Alright, let's see if this will work. No. So I said to play it windowed and it didn't work. And then if I try and capture the game. Yeah. I'm going to have to look into that for those two games. Sadly, it looks like Wacky One-Off Wednesday is going to be rather light on game content today, it seems. Hopefully the last game that I did have plans to play actually works. That would be nice. That would be very nice. You going to work? Yes! Ah. Thank you. Alright, so we've got... Fucking loud, that's what we've got. Why is it every game ever created seems to need to be really fucking loud when they first load? Alright. So this is the second game in the Risk of Rain series. It is a rogue light, if I'm not mistaken. I have played this game quite a bit back when I used to enjoy these sort of fast-paced games. There we go. As you can see, we've kind of unlocked a few different characters. My personal favorite is the sword-wielding ninja-looking person. And of course... yes, I never said I wasn't a weeb at heart. But yeah, it's also because I unlocked the skin for this one, which was from another game that I quite enjoyed. But for now, we shall see how we do. Where is that coming from? Over there. Ow. As you can see, this character is quite, gimped on range. So trying to deal with these sort of characters can be quite difficult. Ow. Is it Survivor-like, but in 3D? Yeah, sort of that era of games. Ow. It does have fall damage, which is a weird thing for, like, these sort of games. Crap. Come on. Yeah, the game's taking the piss with how many of these ranged attackers we have. Because like I said, this character doesn't quite get... Got Mega Bonk? No, I don't have Mega Bonk, actually. Alright. Tab just shows that. I don't remember how you actually get items in this game. Which you can get items to level yourself up, sort of thing. But again, like I said, there we go. I don't think there's a map button either, so we've got to be careful. Okay, ground targets I can deal with quite easily. It's getting enough height to deal with those guys. Okay. Run, 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 run. There's the teleporter. Sorry if I kind of go quiet. I tend to try to lock in when I start playing these sort of games. There we go. What is this? Lunar coin. What's this? Heal on use. Okay. Yep. And there we go again. So yeah, as much as I like playing that character, him having no sort of, you know, it's very hard to kind of play this character, but it is my sort of difficulty. Like, I'm a bit of a masochist when it comes to these sort of games. I just can't remember how you get level ups and stuff. Did it have something to do with the pod? I don't think it did, no. See, the game likes to take the piss. Because the amount of these that spawn is just totally unfair, in my opinion. But yes, There are items that you can get. Again, I just can't remember how to get said items. Here we go. What did we get? Rapidly heal outside of danger. Oh, that'll be fucking helpful. What's this one? Chance on kill, drop ammo pack. Alright. Now I'm getting into the swing of it. Literally. I'm slowly remembering how to play this game. It is the sort of game that you really do need to kind of remember what good things do what. What's this one? Critical hit. Deal double damage. Okay, that's not too bad. Double damage is definitely comes in handy at times. Gotta be careful of the big guys, because they do a lot of damage. There we go. What's this? What do we get? What do we get? Deal 4 damage or more, debuff and mark for death, taking damage. Interesting. There we go. Ba-dum. There we go. Takes care of another lot of them. Oh, there's something over there. Oh, god damn it. Why did you things have to spawn when I've got no shift ability? Run. Run. What's this? What's this? Rusty key. Gain access to rusty lockboxes. Contain powerful items. That's cool. It took one of our items though, if I do remember correctly, which is slightly annoying. Alright then. Let's keep moving. Gotta keep moving. Can't stay still. If I stay still, I die. I gotta keep an eye on the timer as well, because I don't know whether I'd actually be able to handle a more difficult level than what we're already currently doing. Run, run, run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Alright, what do we got over here? Got a fair chunk of money. What's this one? Drop a health orb on kill. That will come in handy. What is this? Goodness me. Choo. There we go. That took care of those buggers. What is this going to do? I wonder. Chance to fire a missile. Great. That may help us with those little bastards. Holy crap, Nelly just fell off the edge. That would have been an unfortunate way to die. Kill. Kill. Those little shits. Alright. Give us something good. We got nothing. Again? Nothing. Again. Armor. Is that it? Okay. We gotta go to the other one now and see if we get lucky with some decent items. Reward. Gains a rechargeable shield. Oh, and that's out. Okay. Damn it. Come here, you little shit. Where are you? There you are. Where'd you go? Take that. Alright. Now, we need to get up to that one up there. And we should be able to maybe get another item before we start facing the boss. Because I don't know if there's any more. I think there's one item over there. There we go. Hey! What'd I say? The frickin' missile thing came in handy. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We got a key, a health pack. What's this? Deal extra damage to bosses. That'll come in handy. Damn. Take care of that. Alright, I think I saw something over here. Nope, they've both been opened. Now, where was the teleporter? I swear we saw it before. Where is the teleporter? Whoop. We're getting a horde following behind us. That's never a good sign in these games. Please let us find the teleporter. I want to leave. Ow. Little shit. It's around here somewhere. Where are you, Mr. Teleporter? Strange. Run, 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 run. It shouldn't really be this hard to find the teleporter. Oh, there it is. I see it. I see it. Let's just hope we don't get mega bonked ourselves. Run, 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 run. Da, 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 da. Alright, where's the boss? Oh, of course we get the one that flies. Why don't we get the one that flies? Eesh, and shoots AoE balls. Alright. Managed to escape that. Phew. What a wild ride. We managed to defeat the boss, which is a first for me. Usually I end up getting killed by the boss. And we managed to take out the horde of enemies. That's really amazing. Wow. Alright. Let's get the fuck out of here. Abandoned aqueduct. Origin of tar. Ooh. What's this? Unites everything, including you and allies. Well, that's helpful. Not. What's that? Eh? Oh. Our money disappeared. Okay. So money does not transfer between levels. Noted. Noted, noted, noted. Don't even. Just don't. Don't spawn. What do we get? What do we get? Some armor. Okay. Oh, big guys. Now big guys spawn. Great. As if we didn't have enough trouble to deal with. Alright, we're getting this one. Temporary barrier on kill, huh? Okay. What this? What this do? Ooh, yay! More healing. More healing is good. Oh, shit. Alright. Run, 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 run. Running would be good. What's this? Yeah, we got enough. Open it. Chance on kill, drop a treasure. Come on, get out of the range of the Doom Doom. Alright, we got this. We got this. I mean, I don't know where the actual, like, teleporter is at the moment, but I'm sure we'll figure that out in a second. Alrighty then. Let's keep exploring, shall we? Ow. I'm joyed by playing. Okay. Well, hopefully your run goes well, and you can get many, many good items. Run, 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 run. That'll do. Extra damage to bosses is always handy. Ah! Stop freezing me in place, you goddamn game. I mean, I'd rather them not freeze me at all. But... Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, what's... Ow. Rude. What am I getting hit by? Oh. I'm not meant to be out here. Okay, the red line indicates where the edge of the level is. Good to know. Oh, there's another chest. I don't think we've... No, we've opened that one. Damn. Where the hell should we go? Oh joy. Now we have very hard enemies. No. Don't exactly want to scrap anything currently. Anything? I want more items. Hi, Rain. Welcome, welcome. Sadly, 2 of the 3 games that we were going to do for Wacky One-Off Wednesday has decided to be a bitch and not cooperate. What's this? I can't believe we've defeated as many enemies as we have. Alright, so that's... Okay, I think we better just jump into the teleporter. What boss are we getting? Oh, lovely! Stone Titans. Not! Gotchas, you little shits. Oy vey. Ow. No way, you evil friggin' creatures. Oh, right. Now we just have to play the game of don't die. Which in this game is a lot harder than actually fighting the bosses. Well, we can get the fuck out of here now if we want. Yes, I think we will get out of here. Well, just let me kill that fucker first. Because revenge is sweet. Righty then. Let's see if we manage to actually do a clear run on this fucking game. I doubt it. Okay, where are the enemies? What is this? A blue orb appears. Okay. Owie! Oh, damn. That was a decent run. But, like I said, he is a very difficult character to play. The other one that I enjoy playing is this one. Okie dokie. Enjoy your tea. Now my question to you is that British tea or is that dinner? There we go. And at least with this character we kind of have the ability to fight back against ranged units. Though she is a bit of a glass cannon. So, getting her hit I would not advise. Alright, what do we got? Boss damage. Always boss damage. There we go. What do we got? Sprint increased by 25%. That's kind of handy. Didn't exactly want to give up my boss damage, but that's fine. We can get another one over here, hopefully. No. We'll get the shock bombs, though. Chance to stun on hit. What's this? Embrace the healing of the woods. What's down here? Doesn't seem to be anything useful, which is rather annoying. What's this? Ugh, I'm missing $1. Are you serious? Well, give me an enemy then. Not the most annoying enemy to fight there is. Healing drone. Nice. Alright. What's this? Increased stun on hit chance, that's always handy. What's over here? What's this? Oh, just a barrel. Damn. I thought it was a chest of some description. There's the teleporter. Welcome back, Doc. Alright, let's see. Ooh. Trying and gain nothing. Give me something. Move fast out of combat. Okay, good. That'll increase with my... Yeah. The run that we were just doing got completely cremated by one of the, annoying little spirit creatures that they were there. There we go. Alright, we've got some money to play with. Let's see if the shrine will be kind. It did. Oh, back it up. Yes, what did we get? Armor plating, good. Alright, we need to find more items. Because I know where the teleporter is, so we could get going. What's this? It's just a dead creature. Hi, Life. Welcome. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Sadly, the games that we were going to play have been having issues. So I think this is just going to be a Risk of Rain 2 stream. Got nothing. Give me something. What's this? Increase attack speed. Yes, please. Alright. Let's head in this direction. I don't think we'll do very well against this boss, depending on what it is. Oh, of course, it's the one I hate the most. Ow, ow, ow! Ow! Fucking prick. Take some arrows up your ass. Yeah, fucker. Fucker, damn it. Just die. Thank the Lord for that. Give me that. What the hell does the guitar do anyway? Alright. What the hell is that? Oh, okay. We can't do that until the teleporter's done. Apparently. Fair enough. I'm alright. Been really busy. Might just randomly leave, but I'll stay as long as I can. That's okay. If you need to go, you can go. If not, I'm welcoming everybody. Whoever wants to stay. Reduce in damage from income from sprinting. Alright, at least we know what the attack speed is. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Dinner acquired. That's good. I'm glad to hear that, Rain. Alright. Need to get some monies. What's this? Card of some description. Okay. 107 is needed. There we go. What's this? Another healing drone. Okay. That might come in handy. We definitely need to get more money. That's the main thing. I'm noticing a lack of money. For creating a character? I'll be free after stream if you need help with that. I don't mind giving you a hand. What do we got? That one. Sprint speed. There we go. Money. What's this? Ooh, heal on use. I'm not okay. I hate... Yep. Yes, I've been told that it's the thing of nightmares. That one. Chance to block incoming damage. All right. Where the hell do we need to go? There's a thing over here, I think. Yes, there's a couple of things over here. No, that's just a destroyer. That's also a destroyer. What's over here then? I am gonna die because I can't find shit for anywhere I meant to go. Oh, there it is. That's where the portal is. Ooh, green. Green is always good. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Flower or random? I think I'll go with this one. There we go. I'd love to know where some more items are, but I don't think there are very many more that we can get. Oh wait, there's a jump pad over here. So what are you having for dinner, Rain? You've got me curious. You always usually have something interesting. It's been so long since I've played Risk of Rain 2. Yes, it is. As much as I give games like this shit for being like, you are going to die, like, you know, don't even try to survive forever, you will die. I do quite enjoy them. Mainly because, like I said, I'm a bit of a masochist. So, that helps. What have we got this time? Again, with the Stone Titan. And you have ads. How is that fair? Ow. Jesus Christ. Annoying creatures. Alright, that's the boss taken care of. Now we just need to wait for the damn what's-her-name to finish charging. And then once that's taken care of, there we go. Now, where was that chest that it was saying was blocked? A healing drone. Sort of kind of standard with kind of... Cool. That sounds yummy, actually. You know what I could go for? Some poor girl nachos, which are basically just like a bag of Doritos, a can of chili, and some sprinkly cheese across the top. Put in the oven for a bit and just kind of cooked. Oh, there's some boss damage upgrades. We'll want that one. Ooh, fucking yellows. I know, right? I wish I could make nachos, but I don't have the ingredients currently. All right. Boss damage. Armor piercing, always good. Go up here. Alright, give me something good. Yeah, that'll do. What's this? 518 gold. Really? Best be worth something. If it's gonna take that much gold to fix that up. Oh, it's these fuckers, the one that ruined my last run. They're like mini bosses, I swear to God. There we go. Well, we're almost at the 500 gold mark that I had to get for that other thing. Yeesh. There we go. Now, where was that thing? There it is. What's this? Incendro drone. Ooh, nice. It's a fucking flamethrower! Nice. Alright. Boom. Nothing. Come on! Give me something. Spending all this money on you. Alright, let's keep going. Because we need to find where... Ooh. Of course it's big guys. Now. There's that. Alright, one more try with this thing. Three times a failure. Why am I not surprised? Oh, righty then. Give me something good. Barrier on kill, that's kinda good. Actually don't know where the fucking teleporter is for this one. It's down here. Whoop. What's over here? Something good. Extra jump. Okay, for this character, that's great. What do we get? Gain 25 max HP. Nice. There we go. Keep on a-running. Oh, wait, the teleporter's around here somewhere, I think. Maybe? I don't know. In the words of Gandalf, I have no memory of this place. Alright, what's over here? Another yellow thing. An orange thing. What's this? Fires a ball of energy that electrocutes enemies before detonating. Okay, that sounds better than healing, because we've got healing drones. Don't particularly need... What is that over there? It is a crashed ship. Okay. Not important at the moment. What's this? Give me something good. Yes! Move faster out of combat. It seems we're getting luckier this run than we did the last run. Okay, what's up here? Liking the multi-missile launcher paired with... that would be a pretty decent speed up. Now, where in the living hells is this stupid goddamn teleporter? Like, seriously. Am I meant to go down? Maybe over here? There it is. Alright. Let's see what we end up with this time, shall we? Okay, that's a nasty looking creature. Yeah, pretty much. That's why I'm kind of very happy that we have drones. Otherwise, I do believe we would be rather up shit street without a paddle. And be gone, demon. All right. And his music was electric on his little ukulele. Alright, what's over here? Nope, don't want that. What's this? A blue orb appears. Okay. That's the second time that thing has said there's a blue orb appeared, but I don't know where the blue orb appears. Anyway. Let's get the fuck out of here. Well, maybe not straight away. We'll do some more killing first. Alright. Let's get out of here, shall we? I think it gives you an alternate teleport out of the level or something. Oh, okay. Well, I know for a fact I have never been here before, so you're probably right. What in the God's name is that? That was bullshit. We just come around a corner and it was just like, bye. Jesus. Fuck. Oh, well. That is Risk of Rain. Now, what I'm going to do for the other two games is the question. Because I've got a couple of games installed. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to show you a game that I enjoy quite thoroughly as an enjoyer of Zhengzhuo sort of novels and games. This is called Tale of Immortal. Risk of Rain. I am very dangerous, see? Yes. Yes, you are. Especially when you surprise us with some rather scary creatures. So yes, welcome to the second game of the Wacky One-Off Wednesdays. The games that were going to be played have been changed because they decided not to play fair. But this is Tales of Immortal. Basically, how to put it? You start as a cultivator. So as you can see, you kind of get to create your own character and stuff like that. If you unlock ooh, that's a first. When did I unlock that skin? I just got the 3rd location and a wolf is eating my leg. Lol. Silly awake. Why are you letting wolves eat your leg? Alright. I wonder if there's a spider version, because that's pretty cool. I don't think there is, though. Anyway, we'll keep with that one. But yes, as you can see, it's kind of another one of those vampire survival sort of games, in the way that combat is run. So, Gwen. Where we va will be our name. What's this? Alright. So yes, these are the stats that you basically begin with in the game. Now, your health is, of course, your health. Your energy is the ability to cast your martial techniques. Your focus is how to do, like, items and stuff like that, using items. Your luck affects various things that happen outside of combat. Insight determines how hard it is for you to learn new martial art techniques. So, for instance, like, if we chose to go, like, we've got quite the large palm technique ability, which means any sort of martial arts that revolve around the palm will do well with. You know, we'll be able to learn them quickly and stuff like that. Attack is how much damage you'll do, which is always handy to pay attention to, because it's crazy the amount of damage that you can actually get up to. But yeah, runs in the family. Blade. So that'll increase our blade mastery and insight by 10 and give us 2 attack. So we'll take that one. Now, I found that alchemy is quite handy to have. What's this? Blade and sword. Well, seeing how we took the blade one, I see that closing your palm into a fist causes you to derp and lose all understanding of martial arts. Exactly. It's a different fighting type. Only one destiny can be locked. Okay. Well, we'll focus this life playthrough on the blade and sword and palm. We're not going to be any sort of, like, elemental cultivatist, brain, cultivator. We are not going to be an elemental cultivator. We are going to be a martial cultivator. So I will probably go with the sword over the blade, because I think, if I remember correctly, the sword martial arts techniques... Welcome back, Dark. The sword martial arts techniques have a lot more sweeping strikes, where the blade is more thrusts and thrown blades and stuff like that. But for our third and final... What do we get? Yeah, I think we will go with Alchemist. So that we have at least some understanding of alchemy, seeing how we have a rather large starting herbalism knowledge. Now, these will all come into understanding shortly. This game is a very complex game, okay? So we might play this for a bit longer than an hour. But yes, we have sects, we have towns, we have adventures, monsters. We'll get a choice of artifacts that we'll get shortly. Of course, all the manuals names, like the actual martial arts manuals, are all weird, wonderful Zhengzhua names. I have yet to find a standard naming practice with most of these. I just noticed the volume's quite low on the game. I might have to turn that up in the actual game once we get in. But you see, this sort of game is the type that I will play and zone out and just try and become the best cultivator I can. And it's not just about combat. Like, there's a lot more to the game than just the combat. There's alchemy, there's smithing, there's making... Must steal all 58,879 manuals. Good luck with that. The atmosphere in the forest is eerie. It's as though no one has ever been here. The sound of the breeze seems to be guiding you into the depths of the forest. A stone table catches your attention. You feel drawn towards it. There you are. Where am I? You can call it Ghost Valley. Who are you then? Chong Lao Fu Lei. Zhang Sang. You can call me Zheng's son. Is that a go board? Yes, as this round of Go has been going on for 3,000 years, it didn't have a start, nor will it have an end. You can call it the board. You can call this board the map of the immortal world. And who am I? Where was I from? Where will I go?
问得好，问得好。你是谁？你来自哪里？你要去哪里？啊，小友，不如我们先手谈一盘如何？我可以让你一子。
Good questions. Very good questions. Let's play our first round, my friend. You may place the first stone. Okay. So basically, you get to choose one of 3 artifacts to help you through your journey. You've got the Eye of Providence, the Bagul Jade, or the Mythical Gourd. I usually go the Mythical Gourd because it lets you capture... It basically turns the game into like a monster capture game as well as a cultivation game. But Eye of Providence, this ancient treasure allows you to see farther on the world map and also lets you see the contents of other cultivators' inventories. You can also see the weaknesses of monsters and gain insight into their skills for your own use. When in danger, it will trigger the Heavenly Path protection and allow you to escape. However, all of this requires you all of this requires you to use spirit stones to charge it first. Legend has it, Emperor Juan used this artifact to observe the realm he ruled. Nothing can be hidden from the eye of providence. Well, then we have the Bagu Jade. You can always revive yourself as long as you have Bagu Jade points. The jade can be separated into two, and you can give the other half to another person. Plus, thus, you two could care for each other's lives during the journey. The universe was complete chaos until Pangu separated the sky from the earth, and the Bagu Jade was created during this process. It contains the laws of heaven that no one can comprehend. Palantir. Yeah, pretty much. That is pretty much a Palantir from Lord of the Rings, basically. But then we have the Mythical Gourd, which is my usual go-to, because it basically, as you'll see, existing from the beginning of time, this artifact can absorb monsters into it and refine them. After refining, the monsters will be intelligent and will follow your orders. It's said to be the artifact of Yanshi Xianzi, Tianzun, the Lord of Primordial Beings. Before he become an immortal, its owner can refine monsters in it for future use. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Awake. Pretty much. We've got a Planeteer, a wedding ring that heals and keeps the other person alive. Or Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. But yeah, usually I go with the Mythic Gourd, but this time we're going to go with the Bagu Jade. Are you sure you're meant to kill it? Is it not something you're meant to run away from, Awake? Alright. What is this place? And who exactly was that elderly man just now? Tian Yan Mountain. Okay, I find it funny that they've named it Tian Yan Mountain. I will always be waiting for you at Tian Yan Mountain. Who are you and where is Tian Yan Mountain? The voice fades away. Tian Yan Mountain. Let me talk to some people around here and see if anyone knows this place. Alright, for this one, seeing as there's people that have never played this game before, I'm going to enable the pop-ups to kind of show you what the game's all about. So, I was going to say something. Yes. Aether Sword. So yeah, as you can see, the swords kind of have like the magical fighting swords that you see in a lot of the sort of Zhenghua things like that. At the center of the chessboard are carved the words Tanyan Mountain. Now, what I was going to say was, I found it funny that they named it Tanyan Mountain, because there is an old saying that I remember from a lot of Zhenghua novels, and it's, you may, your eyes may see, but you cannot see Mount Tai, or something along them lines. Brain, why are you being so evil? Uh-oh, I'd better be careful. Alright, so this is how to cast, like, this is basically what the combat is. So you'll basically... Hang on, let me just... Audio. Master volume. Bring that up a bit. That's better. You guys should be able to hear things a bit better now. Impressive energy. And more than one. Who are they? Good and evil cannot good and evil can never coexist. I am Dreamy Moon Sect's Young Ning Branch disciple, and today I will take your life. Yeah, I know, right? A righteous one. Nonsense. You are nothing but a sanctimonious fool. If it's a fight you want, then let's fight. So, as you can see, you will run into other cultivators, and they won't always agree with your views. Like, he's a demonic cultivator, which basically usually, in most Zhangjua, means that he's on the more selfish sides of things. You know, he's a lot more selfish when it comes to his own cultivation. But in some, of course, it does actually mean directly dealing with demonic chi, or ki, depending on how you want to pronounce it. But yes, as you can see, you do get, like, movement skills, you get martial skills, you get an ultimate skill, and then you get these, which are called mind skills, and they basically power you up a little bit more. But as they said, they're part of sects, which are sort of like loose conglomerates of other cultivators that are working together to cultivate better, in a sort of sense. So as you can see, this one is part of the Cyan Skies sect, Yongning branch. Yongning is the province that we're going to be starting in. The Cyan Skies sect is the actual name of the sect. Now, the thing is, these two cultivators seem to have pissed off a rather powerful creature. So yes, now we have a decision to make. Who to help and who not to help. They are gravely injured. No doubt the doing of the lightning dragon. What should we do? So she is from the Dreamy Moon sect of the Yongning branch. She's a kind person. She's faithful and family orientated. It seems that they might be a blade sect, which would be good for us, because if they're a blade sect, it could be good to get on their good side and actually sort of get in to that sect to get access to, like, resources that are difficult to get, manuals, that sort of thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to help her. Thank you for helping me, cultivator. I am Zhen Han, a disciple of Dreamy Moon sect Yongning branch. I carry a recommendation letter. You appear to be a rogue cultivator. If you have nowhere else to go, you can use this recommendation letter to join me at Dreamy Moon sect. Until we meet again. So yes, as for this gentleman, who is a demonic cultivator, I do believe that we're just going to do away with his ilk and move on with our lives. A sect token I just received looks a bit different now. What's going on? Looks like as long as I have the sect token, I can find the sect no matter where I am. I should find a place to rest and collect information. There's a town nearby. Let me go check it out. Alright, so this is basically the tutorial, and this is the overworld. So on the world map, each sort of movement will cost you a day or a couple of hours, depending on your movements, like your... Depending on... your travel speed. Now, you can increase your travel speed by getting a mount, which will come into play later. But for now, we'll continue following the tutorial. And on the world map, random events can happen. There can be monster attacks or monster dens that you can clear out, chi dense areas that you can stop and cultivate at, places to collect herbs, places to collect ore, places you can do divinations to get access to hidden locations. With a clear thunk, a chest radiating golden light drops right in front of you. Such incredible luck! Could I be the legendary chosen one? Open and check. The chest suddenly erupts in a blinding flash, then explodes and vanishes, leaving several items in your hands. We've got a creation elixir and a Jadekun of the Wild Horn. Now, as we are only key refining 1, we aren't able to use that mount. To be able to use that mount, we need to get to foundation level 2. So that means we need to refine enough key, or chi, depending on how you want to pronounce it, and then find a key refining pill, which will allow us to break through the first bottleneck that we'll reach. And then we do it again when we hit the next one. C. And then when we reach the point where we have to decide what path we wish to build, like what foundation do you wish to build? Now, if you want to just build the mortal foundation, which is the easiest of all of the cultivation methods, all you need to do is find one of the elixirs and one of the earthly treasures. For Foundation Earth, you need to at least have 3 of the elemental keys and 2 of the Heaven and Earth treasures. The hardest... Cement foundation, of course. Exactly. And to me, a cement foundation would be the foundation of Heaven and Earth. So, for this one, you need to find 3 of the heavenly treasures and every single one of the elemental keys. Now, each treasure also corresponds to a type of level gain. So as you can see, the Salisbury bone, or the Sandberry bone, I should say. Salisbury, I got food on the mind. Sandberry bone, it'll give us an attack up of 3, a defense up of 3, a max vitality plus of 79, critical of plus 11, and agility plus 10. It's the same with the other 2 treasures. These 3 are probably the best ones to go and find, but they are also one of the harder ones to get, because you need to go and beat certain monsters. So as you can see, this one can only be obtained by slaying Dekang in Land of the Spirits of Cyan Sky Sect's Yongning South branch of the Yongning area. So you need to go and kind of fight certain creatures. These can be collected just by going to the elementally charged lands and killing the monsters. Or you can also obtain a completed one by killing certain special monsters that spawn in those elementally charged areas. So for instance, for the fire key, you need to either beat the Six Tails in the Blazing Lands, or just kill monsters in the Blazing Lands until you obtain enough key fragments to create a full version of it. So it is a lot to take in, like the first time. But if you... Ooh. This cave. I can sense a demonic aura inside it, even from here. Should I go inside and look around? I mean, yeah, because we're cultivators. We don't shy away from evil things that could destroy our entire cultivation. Do you enter the cave? Yes. Let's fight the monsters and claim the treasures. It's inhabitants of the wood spirits. The wood spirits seem to be guarding this chest. It may contain resources they've looted from somewhere. Let's see what they've got. So yeah. There we go. What do we get? Hey look, we got a sinking stone ring, which if you are familiar with cultivation novels, they're basically storage rings. They're like an extra planetary space, or this setting's bag of holding, basically. Oh, come on. So, equip the ring, and it increases the size of our inventory. So if you don't have a ring equipped, you've only got 52 spaces. But if you equip the ring, you get a couple extra. So it's always handy. Also, another staple of, like, cultivation novels and cultivation games are pills. Lots and lots of pills. Now, luckily, this game doesn't quite have pill toxicity, which is a rather strong thing that happens to cultivators in novels and stuff. They tend to say don't use too many pills because it will slow your key flow and make life difficult when you're trying to actually, like, cultivate and stuff. But for now, we'll just ask questions. Where is Taiyan Mountain? Taiyan Mountain? Let me think. Taiyan Mountain, like in Legends. Unfortunately, I don't know where it is. Sorry. But if you want to go to Taiyan Mountain, you'll have to leave this place. But we're surrounded by looming mountains on every side, so you'll need a magic flying mount if you want to do that. Is there any other method besides a flying mount? You can try to hike over the Taihyang or Wangyu Mountains in the northeast, but no one has been able to make it past those mountains for dozens of years ago. Sometimes there are translation errors because this game is predominantly Chinese, so every now and then you'll get stuff like that. Make it past those mountains for dozens of years ago. So you see how that kind of doesn't make sense grammatically? I heard it's because powerful barriers have been set up over there. I heard there's a village not far from here, and one of the villagers is planning to move through the mountains. You might want to talk to him. Alright. So this is the typical town map. Like, when you find a town or a sect or a village, because there's 3 tiers of places. There's a village, which is usually a quest area. Then you've got a town, and then you have a city. So this is the town, and then the next one would be a city. And usually cities have like auction halls, better manual pavilions. So yeah, as you can see, that's the pill that we're looking for. So most of the bottleneck, like the first bottleneck, no, don't skip the month. Most of the first bottleneck pills can be bought just in towns and villages. Towns and cities, sorry. Those often aren't cheap, and later on in the game you can learn alchemy to learn the recipes, but seeing how this is still the tutorial, you can't really do anything like that. So we'll follow on the story. Who's messing with me this time? How many times has it been already? Oh, it's happened again. Come on, no point in getting mad. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work out. You can't expect a normal person like you to just move a mountain. You've worked hard enough. I won't accept this. As long as I'm still breathing, I'm going to show this mountain who's boss. Perhaps there's really a mountain god watching somewhere up on the hills. You trying to move the mountain may have enraged him. No way, there is no mountain god. A weak little demon maybe, but no god. What god would trap our poor village inside these two large mountains? Well, only a god could revive the plants you dug up and return the rocks and soil back to their original place. We've all been digging tirelessly, and yet our hard work is to no avail. I can't just sit down and accept this result. Come on, you know commoners like us can never move mountains. Even if the whole village pitches in, we won't see any results in this lifetime. Even after my death, my son will take over, and after his death, his son will take over. I trust that one day we'll move this accursed mountain for sure. Would these people believe me if I were to say the mountains have actually been protecting us all? So yeah, as you can see, we've got kind of the usual suspects of like cultivation novels and stuff like that. Because in the world of cultivation novels, there are two types of people. There are mortals, like these fine gentlemen here, that can't cultivate. So if you cannot cultivate, you are seen as a mortal. And then there's cultivators, who are walking the path of immortality and power. And depending on the cultivator, they're usually quite dickish to mortals. Because most cultivators have an ego. You know, you kind of do need an ego when your whole purpose in life is to defy the heavens and become immortal. Oh, that's good to hear, Taco. You must be a cultivator. Are you here because you want to get past the Tai Hung Mountains? You have eyes but cannot see Mount Tai. That's the fucking phrase. You have eyes but you cannot see the Mount Tai. Which basically means you're narrow-sighted and, like, you're not paying attention to the giant fuck-off mountain in front of you. Anyway. Yeah, you've been living here for years, right? Do you know any way to do that? Every once in a while, some youngster like you would arrive here hoping to travel to the outside world. You're not the only one. We too dream of the world out there. That's why I'm leading my family and other villagers in a quest to dig through the mountain in hopes of creating a path. But we've recently noticed that there's a monster in the mountains that can control the plants, soils, and rock. It keeps meddling in our plans. Each time we dig up something of the soil and rocks and move them away, we'll find them moved back in the same spot the very next day. Cultivator, if we don't get rid of this monster, we'll never reach the outside world. We need someone capable like you to take this monster out. Controlling plants, soils, and rocks. Sounds like the doing of a mountain god. Are you a villager of Yong Village? Yes. I'm here in search of a way through the Taihong Mountains. You just mentioned something protecting you all. What did you mean by that? I'm not sure if it's human or not, but there's this invisible force. It keeps getting in the way of the villagers' mountain-moving plans, but it's never harmed the villagers. Years ago, anybody could hike up and down the mountains as long as they were capable enough, and of course, capable forces from the outside world would make their way into our village too. Ordinary villagers like us would suffer at their hands and had no way to fight back. And then, one day, an awful barrier was set up in the Taihong and Wuyang mountains, making it impossible for anyone to come in or out. We might not be able to leave the village, but at least we could live without worrying about outside forces. Where can I find this barrier? No idea. No one in the village has recently seen it. Alright, well. The old man said it was over this way, so let's go and have a look, shall we? The foolish old man removes the mountain. You head up the hills and look around, soon noticing a huge, powerful array standing in the mountains. Whoever set it up must be a true expert in arrays, as they were able to perfectly combine the shape of the array with the topography. That's a word. If the owner of the array didn't want any intruders in the mountains, even a high-level cultivator would not be able to enter the area. However, here you are, standing in the center of the array, yet you're moving around freely, unaffected. After investigating around a bit, you locate the array core in a cave that's quite close to the Yukong village. It's a rather obscure location, and you don't think even villagers know about it. Approach the cave. As soon as you approach the cave, you get a sudden whiff of danger. Seconds later, a white figure comes charging out the front inside the cave. You're already prepared and nimbly dodge the attack. You scan the newcomer quickly and recognize it's a Juga. The Juga barely leaves you time to regroup and comes charging at you once again. Okay, so every now and then you'll get boss combat like this. They'll always have a health bar, and sometimes they'll be easy, sometimes they'll be hard. It all depends on what your cultivation level is. Some monsters shouldn't be fought without at least a cultivation level higher than the monster themselves. Oop, she's running away. Or not, never mind. This is where the ads start. Phase 2, begin. Now, this would be a lot easier if I had extra skills, like movement skills, or special skills, or even an ultimate skill. Looks like it's not coming after me. I've got to get out of here. Heavily wounded. So yeah, as you can see, we're not quite prepared to deal with a creature of that strength. I can't fight anyone in my current state. Got to go back to town and get some rest first. Not enough days in the month. Skip the current month. So basically, you'll hit every 30 days is the amount that you get per month. When you move on in a month, new things will happen. Kai Z looks at me with a bemused expression. Though we have only just met, I am already feeling a deep connection with you. So events like that can happen, and you can actually, like, talk to cultivators. As dashing as ever, cultivator. and it'll increase your affinity with those people. Now, you can get like bonds with people. Like, I could become an adoptive mother, or she could be my adoptive mother, you know what I mean? Like, or we can be sworn older sisters. But you need the bond first, you know? No, do not request stuff. We'll debate. Care to join me for a good debate? Great. I hear you have learned... you are very learned. I should like to sit and discuss things with you. Basically, when you do a debate, this is where you kind of get your mind skills. Some people say the path to immortality is decided at birth, while others say that perseverance is needed to carve a path. What do you think? Personally, I think it's perseverance. An old man is pretending to be hurt. When someone extends a helping hand, the old man accuses him of hurting him and demands compensation. People are often reluctant to help others these days. When you see someone asking for help, what do? Well, personally, I would just help the person. Ah, the great philosophical debate. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Personally, I'm an egg-first person. One word from a sage changes a man's mind. So yeah, we get skill points when we do debates like that. And if we go to the mind here, you'll see that we have like 12 skill points. Exactly. And then when we convert our knowledge, we get more skill points. So as you go on, you'll need more and more knowledge to gain skill points. Those skill points are used for those mind techniques that you saw at the start of the game. So yeah, there is quite a lot to do in this game. There is quite a lot of things that you need to do. Before I challenge any enemies, I should find a cultivation spot with abundant ki and train a bit. So these are key spots. So as you can see, this one's kind of going off its tits. That means it's got abundant ki. But then we've got a place like this, which is still blue, but it's middling. You know, it's not great. So if we go over here, you can see that it'll tell you how much ki is in an area. It'll also tell you how many days it will take to cultivate in that area. So if we do that, we've already reached the next level. So we've hit the bottleneck. So what we need to do is we need to hit the breakthrough button and eat the pill that we had collected. And that will increase our stats. So this time around we got some attack, some defense, some vitality, some maximum energy, some maximum focus, some crit, and some crit resistance. I should explore the town and see if I can find some martial arts manuals that will work for me. So now we basically go and learn about the manual pavilion. Manual pavilions in cities and towns and stuff like that require you to have a reputation rating as well as mayoral decrees. Now, what that means is basically there's a quest board, and as you complete quests, you'll get those mayoral decrees. So, we're going to go sword cultivation. And we have a book here called Mercy's Rear Breeze Sword Art. What it does is it releases a breeze sword forward, dealing 83 sword damage. it also has modifiers that if we study it enough, we'll actually be able to unlock them. So for this one, this skill will deal more damage, 1% more damage to normal monsters, and 3% more damage to cultivators. Where this one, it will deal 1% more damage to mythical beasts, as well as 2% damage to cultivators. Releasing a blade aura forward, dealing 70 damage. Equip this skill to convert 7% of damage done into your vitality. So Rain's Diving Crescent Blade has a bit of healing mixed in with it, where this is just pure damage. Unfortunately, we don't have the requirements to learn Elemental, so we can't learn the Earth Bolt and we can't learn the Deep Volt Shock. But we could learn a different special skill. So we've got Aeon's Cardinal Shadowless Sword. Releases 8 swords that chase down enemies, dealing 249 sword damage. If the target has bleed, 1 stack of bleed will detonate, and the target will additionally receive 25 more sword damage. So as you can see, each of them kind of has its own playstyle and its own stackable things. And certain skills later on, like the ultimate skills, may require certain effects to trigger before you can actually use the ultimate. For instance, there might be a sword technique that you need to have a stack of 20 bleed before you can use it. So, but for now, we'll buy that one and we'll buy this one. And now we will learn how to actually use cultivation books. So, when you get a book, it'll bring this panel up. It'll let you see a preview of what the skill does. For instance, with this one, see? That's what it does. It has a cooldown on it of 12 seconds. So it's not an all the time attack. It's a every so many seconds sort of attack. But whenever you go to learn a book, you need to take into account the days that you have left. I was going to give you this G5 Solid Jade Elixir. Defense increase. I thank you, Fu Woyang. Fu Wanana. Don't know how to pronounce your name. But I'll accept this graciously. Because free stuff is free. But anyway. So, making sure that you have enough time left in the month to learn the skill. The difficulty does matter because your comprehension is what will increase your progress. So for us, we have a comprehension or insight, I should say, not comprehension, an insight of 87. So as long as we have higher insight than the difficulty, we should be able to learn it pretty easy. So this is what you have to do to actually learn it. You basically need to pop the blue bubbles so that they go into your body. But then you need to dispel the red bubbles as the game is showing you. But yeah, so this is one of the fun things that I enjoy doing in this game. Like that. And just like that, we've learnt the Mercy's Rear Breezing Sword technique. Now, whenever you learn a new skill, or upgrade a skill, or do anything to the damn skill, you always need to remember to come back and equip it. Because they will auto-disequip, or auto-de-equip. I've gone into a fight and had no skill, because I upgraded a skill, and forgot to re-equip it. So it's an easy thing to kind of oops-a-daisy. So we'll learn the other skill. And now, this may look easy, but later on in the game, there will be quite a few different levels of how difficult they are to learn. There we go. I know, right? So yeah, now we've learned 2 new sword skills, each of which are a lot more powerful than the beginning Aether Sword. Now, we don't have any more time left in the month, so we've got to skip it. Does Kyung Zi want to talk to me? As a fellow rogue cultivator, I can't help but feel great veneration for you. Free and unrestrained as you are from sects. Now yes, you can play the game completely, like from start to finish, because there is a finish. I've seen the achievement. It says there's an end to this game. There is a finish line. So, for now, I'm going to explore the map a bit and see if we can find some more key generation points. Alright, it looks like the only other place that we could go and cultivate was that, and we already missed it. So, as you can see, most tiles will still let you cultivate, but the quantity of key that you're going to get is quite lacking. Especially when you need, like, thousands of key. Now, as for these tiles here, these are basically like combat zones that you can go into and get loot, which is used for crafting certain things, for selling, or just hell, for quests and stuff like that. There's always a go and gather wind dew quests in the actual, like, requests boards. So yeah, as you can see, we kind of do a hell of a lot more damage than what we were doing before. And that little effect that just happened means that we comprehended the skill, which means it increases the level of the skill and gives us that bonus. And to basically comprehend a skill, you just need to keep using it against enemies. So as you see, the 56 went to 93. Of course, we are slowly learning how to use the skill. Now, there are 2 types of enemies. God damn it. Well, 3, actually. There's the basic units, which are sort of like the snake, the little bamboo dudes. And then there's these guys. They're the mythic units, so elites, basically. They're a lot harder. They're sort of like little mini-bosses. They tend to be rather easy to fight, but not overly easy either. So I've died a few times to just elite enemies that overwhelm me early game. But let's continue. Zulin seems to have something to say to me. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Now, if you're wondering why people keep wanting to talk to me, that would be because of... Where is it? This. My charisma. I am a pretty person. So I tend to get more people wanting to come and talk to me and befriend me. Now, one thing you can do, if you don't want to, like, spend time in an actual fight to cultivate up your attacks, you can use this, which is level ups. It will cost you comprehension stones, and if you max it out, you can actually unlock both of them in 15 days. But it'll cost you 41 stones. So for now, we'll just level it up to there. Not that button. Cultivate. So, bang. We've now comprehended how this does more damage to mythical, elite monsters. So that's one way to level up your skills. The other thing that you can do is you can change these. Like the, what are they called? Boosts, buffs, whatever you want to call them. So basically, you can use Comprehension Sand, which is another resource that you'll collect over fighting monsters and stuff like that, and Spirit Stones, which is money, basically, to comprehend a text, and it'll either increase or on certain occasions it'll decrease. So you've got to kind of balance your sort of guesses and stuff like that. When we get some comprehension sand, I'll show you what that's all about. But for now, let's continue the story that we're following. The foolish old man removes the mountain. Would you like to challenge the Juga? Yes, I think we're powerful enough. Let's try it. We are a cultivator after all. Alright, so now we're doing 30 damage on a crit and 17 on a normal hit. Stage 2 already. And now we can deal with the ads rather quickly. And defeat it. The foolish old man removes the mountain. You manage to defeat the Juga. No longer able to maintain its monstrous form, it turns back into a human, glaring at you expressionlessly. It has no strength to fight back. But now, what do? Question it for the way outside. I don't want to hurt you. I just seek a way to the outside world. Juga. You can control the soil and plants in the mountains with an array. Surely, this means that you know of a way to get past the mountain. Juga. You're about to ask more questions when the Juga turns and flees. You're about to go after her when you notice it's dropped a book. You pick it up and leave the mountain. Juga's letters. You flip through the book and gain an understanding of the situation in Yukon Village. Looks like if I want to help the villagers, I'll need to find the Sentinel Evergreen and take its soul orb. Open. I underestimated the villagers' determination to reach the outside world. They're attempting to dig through the Taihang Mountains with brute force. As much as I respect their perseverance, if they keep uprooting the plants, it will really mess up the spiritual energy in the mountains and render the array ineffective. But I don't want to hurt these people. What should I do? The villagers, satisfied with their lives, have become eager to explore the outside world. They sure have no idea how competitive the cultivators are out there, and how they do anything for cultivation resources. These much less ambitious villagers don't know what they're up against. I paid a huge price to collect some of the materials for constructing the natural array between the mountains, Tai Hung and Wang Wu. I'm still missing the evergreen soul orb and primal vine, but the array is constructed adequately for warding off intruders. The eye of the array is unguarded, but there's nothing much I can do about that. If your wish is to protect the village from outside forces, I'll do my best to grant it. Years ago, I was able to learn the construction method of an epic array of a true master. If I can set up the array utilizing Tai Hung and Wan Wu mountains, it should be great for defense. I've never actually used this array before, but it's my only choice now. Countless years have passed, yet you have not returned. I'll continue defending the village for your sake until we meet again. So, apparently the Juga is a spirit beast that used to have a cultivator as a companion. Oh, alright. Let's fight, as cultivators are wont to do. Now, there's usually 3 types of maps that can spawn. Or actually, there's quite a few maps that can spawn. But this little mini-map will tell you how many steps you've got to take before you get to the boss. Sometimes they'll have off-branching paths that have different things, but usually it will just be a straight path if it's a quest thing. There we go, we've got some understanding of one of these special skills. There we go. So yes, as you can see, this game can get quite easy to zone out to. Also, this is what's called a mythic beast. Usually the bosses are all mythical beasts. There we go. We defeated the evergreen spirit tree and got his spirit orb. Now we can go and talk to the Juga again. And we can give her the orb. Knowing the animosity that the Juga must be feeling towards you, you decide to leave the evergreen soul orb near the mountain cave before going on your way. Days later, the Juga arrive in the village. As the villagers watch, it builds a portal with the materials you gave it. The villagers are excited to discover that they can now travel to the outside of the mountains using the portal. They are no longer trapped. The villagers are grateful for the Juga. They're even more in awe of it when they learn that it's the one that's been protecting the village and giving it the title Mountain God Juga. The villagers should be able to travel to the outside world via this portal. So, with that, we have reached the outside world, which is where the true game begins. Because now we are no longer in the realm of mortals, my dear chat. We are now in the world of the immortals, the cultivators, the greedy, the corrupt, the good, the evil, the powerful and the weak. How far would you go to obtain power? But yes, it is quite the fun game, and it can get quite convoluted and complicated, especially if you follow some of the actual story quests that pop up and that you don't just go and cultivate, go and level up, go and do this, you know? Like if you follow some of the storylines, they added quite a few of the old school myths and legends into the game. So one of the story quests that you can do, I'm going to switch to the just chatting screen, one moment. Yes, one of the quests that you can actually go and do is from one of the tales and a song that was written by, I think it was Red Hot Chili Peppers. Sun sets over the beaches from now on, each day looking for new ways to go on. That song. That song is in reference to the story that the game adds in the quest. That's an old Chinese mythological tale about an archer that goes and hunts down the King of Heaven's sons until there is only one sun left in the sky. And by hunt down sons, I mean actual children. Because mythological tales were never cutesy. But that, unfortunately, my lovely web weavers, is all I have for you today. My throat's getting a little bit scratchy because of all the talking required in that last game. But if you are interested in giving it a try, again, the name of the game is Tales of Immortal. I think, yeah, it's only $28.95 Australian, which is usually roughly about 20 bucks USD. So it's worth a look in because, like I said, there is a lot to that game. But for now, we will see who is streaming and who we might be able to raid into. Live. Do we have anyone that we know that's streaming? Oh, Frostbite's streaming. What's she streaming? Oh, she's playing Super Mario World for the first time. You know what? Let's raid into her, because we go from one 2D game to another 2D game. So that's the link. Spider web. And that's the raid message. So if you could follow me over to Frostbite's live stream using the link above, that would be absolutely brilliant. But for now, I am sorry that the Wacky One-Off Wednesday didn't go quite as planned, but I do hope you had fun. Until next time, goodbye.